What's good, you guys? Back with another video, y'all. So I want to talk about covert narcissists. If you've ever dealt with a covert narcissist, or if you're dealing with a covert narcissist. But for the most part, after the discard with the covert narcissist, I know a lot of y'all wonder exactly how it goes. And I have firsthand experience with dealing with the covert narcissist. They go so undetected under the radar. They're so easily able to hide. It's hard to figure them out. They're in plain sight and you still don't know that they are a covert narcissist. This is how well they hide it. So let's dive in. Let's talk about it. Let's get straight to it. So how exactly do they feel once you get away from them, once you leave them? Once you decide to do whatever you're going to do, whether that's go no contact, minimum contact, or whatever. You've gotten yourself out of this hell, this mess that you were in with them, right? So why did you get out of it? Because they started to devalue you. They started to mistreat you, talk to you any kind of way, act like you didn't exist, entertain others right in front of your face. You see them do things for other people that they wouldn't dare do for you, and they do it in front of you to belittle you, to just bring you down to absolutely nothing. This is purposely done. This is intentional. This is premeditated. They know that they're going to treat you this way. But how do they feel after you leave them, right? Well, they started to devalue you. This is why you got away from them in the first place. And because you don't bring them any excitement anymore and any drama, you're not giving them the potent fuel that you were giving off, right? It's not as high as it used to be. So after a period of time, they decide to devalue you and get rid of you. But this happens with everyone. They get bored with everyone. So in the devaluation stage, that means that they have already replaced you with a new source of supply. That's really what this means. Long before you even know about it, they've already replaced you. They're just working them in. Meanwhile, holding on to you is what they're really doing. So because they started to devalue you, meaning they switched their whole entire fake attention, affection, their empathy, their love, their care, all to this new target. Once they did that, you started begging, you know what I'm saying, like clinging, pleading, just wanting closure, asking for answers. But they'll never give you that. You get them even more mad when you start demanding answers on what's going on. They get more bored and more aggravated, more agitated when you start behaving like this. You get them even more just full of rage. They want you gone. They want you out of their face. This is what usually happens in that devaluation stage when they've already started grooming this new individual to replace you. They have nothing to give you. They are running low. They can't entertain you and this person. So they're trying to put all their time into this new individual and act as if you no longer exist. They basically cast you out in their head. They've offed you already. You're just still existing in their face, but they don't want you there. They don't want you around because they're entertaining somewhere else. Right? So everything about them changes. I mean, they activate their defense mechanisms. Since you keep asking them why and what's going on, they start to manipulate you. They start to manipulate you when you start to threaten their fake persona or mask, meaning that when you start to search for answers, you then had enough of their lies and you've moved forward. Because no matter how hard you tried, they totally denied everything you said they done to you. They don't admit to any of this. They can't. They act as if they've done nothing wrong to you for you to be behaving in the manner that you're behaving in. They act like they are oblivious to what you've got going on. Y'all, this is so crazy when you think about it. It's literally something really crazy about these individuals. Everything is crazy about these individuals. So they start denying how they've treated you, act as if they've done nothing to you. They won't discard you, right? Because they haven't moved this person into your spot yet. So they can't really discard you, but it's coming. They're working their way to that stage, right? The more they groom this new supply into your place, into your spot, the more secure they get with this new person, the more they devalue you. It doesn't matter how fast or slow they go doing this. They can't do it until they have this person all the way maneuvered into your spot. This is why they get mad if you leave them before they put this person in your spot. They're working on it. They're working on it. They're working diligently to put this person in your spot. This is why they devalue you so hard. You're in the way. You're becoming a problem. You're an issue. They want you gone. And sometimes the supply that you offer them makes them keep you around until the bitter end, until they just can't take any more of you asking questions, you wanting answers. This is when they'll just totally discard you. But like I said, it's just shelving you. It's never really getting rid of you. You are in charge of that final discard. You're the one that makes sure they never come back. But they never just get rid of you. They can't. Not until they have this new person all the way in the seat, driving, and have everything going straight. Until then, they will keep you around unless you're offering something that they want to keep. And usually it's something that has to do with sex, I'm sure. It's always something about the sex that they want to keep you around for. This is something that they're addicted to, that they feel they just cannot go without, even though the pornography and everything else is already in the way. They still want to keep you around for whatever reasons, whatever you offer that is of value to them. It benefits them. But you're going to get discarded regardless. Whether you do it or they do it, it's going to happen no matter what. So it's inevitable with the discard. And keep in mind, most of the targets, while they're under the effect of the toxicity, trying to act tough and search for ways how to punish the narcissist, while they control your whole entire being, they try to get revenge. Like, okay, so let's just say you want out of it. You want nothing more to do with them. You're trying to get out of it. And you're like, you know what? I've had enough. I've seen enough. This is enough for me. They know you feel like this. They know this already. But they'll force you to do the discard. They will force you to do the discard so they don't even have to do it. They know that they are abusing you in every way, shape, or form, but they will force you to do the discard. They are cowards. They don't have the balls to discard you. They will not discard you. They act as if they're doing nothing wrong to you, but they know all along exactly what's going on. But they know that they can't just outright discard you, right? So what they do is they force the discard. They force you to have to do it. They treat you so bad to where you have to discard them. This is what they want you to do. This way their story sounds better when they go tell their story. It sounds better. You know, they tried everything, you know, and how horrible of a person you were. They wanted to hang in there, but you just wouldn't let them. You just kept cheating and lying, and they couldn't take it anymore. You guys, this is what they do. Covert narcissists are so slick under the radar. It is very hard to spot them. And if they've been in your face for a long time, just playing in your face for a long time, just cheating on you and doing your stuff, and you stick around and you never leave, y'all, they think they have you trapped in a bag. They swear you are trapped in a bag. You're not going to go anywhere. You're there for the long haul. Y'all, covert narcissists happen to be some of the slickest narcissists you would ever come across. So many people are with covert narcissists and say things like, well, they never cheated on me. Yes, they are. They're always cheating on you. Yes, they are. They wouldn't be a narcissist if they didn't cheat on you. That's not even possible. That's not even possible. They have to have somebody else as your replacement when they discard you. Remember, the discard is always coming. It's always coming, even if it takes a while, even if you've been with them for years. Listen, they know how to hang around for years. That goes by what you're still doing, what you're still providing, what kind of fuel you're giving them, how they have rated you on their radar. It depends on what you offer that makes you have to stay around longer, that makes them keep you around longer. This is why it is so important, even if you have to pretend that you have nothing else to offer. Just get bored. Just get lazy. A lot of the times, they'll discard you a lot faster if you pretend that you have nothing else to give them. Y'all, you could just pretend there's nothing else. They will believe that you are depleted, and they will take off just on that note. You guys, I literally, y'all, a little bit about me with the narcissist. When I dealt with the narcissist, the covert narcissist, I would act as if I was falling asleep during sex and things of that nature. I would do some of the weirdest things to get rid of this individual. I wanted them gone. And I wasn't in a predicament where I could have got up and just left them like I wanted to. So I would do weird things like pretending I'm falling asleep during sex, always acting really tired. I stopped doing so much cleaning, and y'all, it was literally getting on my last nerve that I had to be this way. It was so hard, but I didn't have to do it for long, not for long, and I didn't drive myself nuts trying to get it done. What I did was, the thing I knew they were so interested in was what I took away. If the sex was what you was always coming after, that's what I pretended. I got really, really lazy in it. I always pretended I was falling asleep. I acted like I was very uninterested. When they would initiate sex, I was always tired, or I had a headache, and things of that nature. And you know that they're bullies. They're sexual bullies. They'll try to force you to do certain things. They'll get mad. They'll rage. They'll get angry. But I had gotten to a point where I was willing to deal with all of whatever was coming with me being this way towards them. I was willing to aggravate them to the bitter end just to get them away from me. Because, they're cowards. They can't take too much. They boast and say a lot of stuff, but they hardly ever use those hands of theirs. They hardly ever try to, literally do anything about anything that they say. Now, some of them you have to watch them. They'll say things and try to carry it out. But for the most part, they are cowards. They're not going to do anything. They're going to talk a very good game, and that's all that they're going to do. If you start depleting them of their fuel, of their supply, where they feel they aren't getting anything from you, guess what? They are out. They are out. And you have to be at a point where you want them to be out. You want them to get away from you. You want to stop feeding their ego. You want to stop having sex with them. You want to stop giving them compliments. You want to stop putting your love in a place where it doesn't belong. Giving them your attention, feeling sorry for certain things about them, caring about what happened to them in their childhood. Like I said in one of my other videos, if you haven't watched it, go back and look at it. A lot of them lie about their childhood traumas. So it's nothing to do with any, you're actually in your feelings about this narcissist having trauma over something that never happened to them anyway. Yeah, it never happened anyway. It's all a facade, just like they are. A fraud, just like they are. It's all a lie, just like they are. A walking hypocrite, a walking liar. That's all that they are. When you leave a covert narcissist, you guys, they have the ultimate fit if they're not the one to do the discard. Remember, they have to be the runner-up on everything. They have to one you up on everything. They have to win. You don't get to win. They have to be the ones to do everything. And they need a story to tell. They want to put some truths in there with a whole bunch of lies. And half the time, they don't even use the truth. The story's just completely made up. But they have to have a story to tell. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. They would care less. They won't mind if you feed them extra fuel, since the new source of supply brings new, more exciting fuel. Like that's what they're getting from the new supply. The new supply is coming in with the new exciting fuel, what they're looking for. So they feel they've depleted you and you have nothing left to offer. So they look for the new supply to usher in all this new exciting fuel. Remember, they love to do new things with new people all the time. They love to feel like something is brand new to them. You're no longer serving a purpose. So they're going where it's new at, where it's fresh, where it's potent supply, where this person doesn't know anything about them. This person isn't asking questions. This person doesn't want to know why they're so crazy, why they do what they do, why they move how they move, why they say the things that they say. They can carry out a little bit of, their fraudulent behavior for quite some time. And they can get away with it for quite some time. Remember, this new person knows nothing about them. And sometimes it's an old supply that knows all about them who can't shake the spot, who can't let go. This is a dummy who's been holding on to this dummy forever, who can't let go. And they know of the behavior. Not only are they supply, they're enablers, they're also a flying monkey. They fit the description of all of this because they can't let go. And covert narcissists love this. They love people like this. And they still treat them any kind of way. They still misuse and abuse them, but they keep them around. They're the ones that they can go to when there's nothing on the agenda that they can achieve as soon as they want to, they can run to this person, right? This person hangs around. This person stays single, waiting for the narcissist to return. This person endures the abuse, and guess what? They know it's wrong. They know it's horrible treatment, but they're stuck. They have never been able to get past what they've gone through with this narcissist. And sometimes they're still waiting for something that they don't even realize that they're never going to get closure. So, guys, it's an ongoing cycle with covert narcissists. You have to be able to detect them and know what you're dealing with when you're dealing with the covert narcissist, since they're able to mask this behavior for so long. And some of them get so comfortable doing what they do, feeling like you're not paying attention. It'll just outright blatantly be right in front of your face if you pay attention. If you watch how a person treats you in a relationship, you will catch this sooner than later. And you can get yourself out of this mess. But you'll catch it a lot sooner if you pay attention. You know, it's really weird how we sit back and we ignore this bad behavior. We ignore these red flags when they're right in our face. It's so funny how we like a person and we see what we want to see, even though it doesn't feel right. Your gut is telling you that it's wrong. You know that it's wrong, but we still see what we want to see. We still act as if it's not happening. We still make excuses for all this horrible behavior when we know it's wrong. We got to stop enabling them. We have to stop doing this, because this helps them carry out their agenda a lot longer, destroying more and more and more people. So yeah, we got to stop enabling them, you know. They would care less, and they won't mind, you know, what they're getting from you. Like I said before, positive or negative, they don't care as long as you're supplying them with something. When you decide that you want to get away from them, they won't beg you to stay, neither leave. They'll become very indifferent towards your feelings. It's a choice that you should make for yourself to walk away. They will totally deny everything and leave you hanging on no matter what move you decide to make. Whether you stay or you go, you'll never get closure. They won't care how you feel. They'll deny that they mistreated you. They'll deny that they abused you. They'll tell you that you're crazy, that never happened, that you're imagining things in your head, that you're way too sensitive, that you're doing too much. This is what they'll want to make you believe. It's a game of fuel. And double fuel is better than single fuel. Remember that. Courting somebody new, dealing with somebody new, grooming somebody new, while keeping you in the midst of it, keeping you around, knowing that they're dealing with someone else. Like I said, double fuel is better than single, whether it's good or bad. You know, that ideation phase is, you know, it's only a form of obsession and infatuation. It starts with the highest intensity possible, and as time goes on, it decreases to null and void. The narcissist does not love you, but he or she loves the way that you make them feel about themselves. You know, basically they're on a high, you know, on the fuel that you're giving them. And they keep feeding off of you and their fresh, exciting fuel. So everything you do that makes them feel important, like every new person does. Now you're not exciting anymore. And now they got to press on. And it leaves you totally bewildered if you don't have the knowledge to understand what you're dealing with. If you haven't mentally prepared yourself to know, hey, this person is a narcissist. This is why this is happening. If you take on all the blame of everything that has happened and let them convince you that it was your fault, you're going to definitely walk away, definitely believing that you were the problem, that you're the narcissist, that all this was your fault, that it's totally on you. They would have behaved differently had you done this, this, or this, not realizing that this person is sick in the mind. They were going to do this anyway. You have nothing to do with their behavior. And they were doing this long before you came along, long after you leave them alone, and they're just still doing it here today. This is what you got to take in and understand about a covert narcissist. All narcissists, but covert narcissists tend to be the ones that causes the most damage because people don't catch on to what they're dealing with. They think they're dealing with someone who's crazy, who doesn't know how to be in a relationship. No, you're dealing with the whole entire, y'all. I'm going to try to keep it clean on here, but you're dealing with the mess. Just know you're dealing with the mess. Somebody you should not be, you should never had a conversation with them, let alone have them in your bed, right? It's something crazy, you guys. And, I always say, God always tests his most beloved warriors. God will give you the people that you need, not the ones that you want. If he was not meant to be there, or she was not meant to be there, no force on earth can change God's decision. He knew something that you didn't know, and he removed this person from your life. He had his own reasons why. He did you a favor. And you can thank him later. You can thank him later. I know you still can't seem to understand right now because you're under the effect of the toxicity. For those of you who don't understand it yet. But you're addicted to them. And to save yourself, you have to save yourself for real. You have to move forward and embrace the no contact rule. And keep your recovery up until he or she does not bother you anymore. You got to get them out of your mind, out of your thoughts, out of your being, period. You have to be dedicated to healing and getting past this person. You have to go until they are equal to thin air. They mean nothing to you. You can't really recover if you keep following what he or she does. What he or she thinks. Where is he or she at? What is he or she doing? Or are they thinking about? You have to get past this stage. Why? Because that addiction is used to control your thoughts, your emotions, your mindset, and your actions. And your whole human substance will be controlled by this. That's why lots of people have to get the advice of how to kick an addiction when they're on drugs, when they're addicted to drugs, right? And the first thing they're told, the very first thing they're told to kick an addiction is what, you guys? To clean your environment. To get away from what's causing you to be indulged in this type of behavior, you have to clean your environment. You have to stay away from it and get yourself as far away from it as soon as possible. The less that you interact with the addiction, the more success you will have in your recovery. You can't quit drugs when you have the drugs sitting right on your table. You have to distance yourself from them. You have to. You guys, covert narcissists get away with so much because they go undetected for so long, because people pass this off as being bad behavior. They're dealing with someone who's childish, someone who hasn't had this or that happen in their life, and they were abused. Listen to the sob stories. It is far from the truth. These individuals are patterned to treat you this way. It works for them, and this is why they do it. You will not be the first, you will never be the first, and you won't be the last that they'll treat this way. Since they have a pattern of not changing, they cannot change. They do this with everyone. Doesn't matter what part you play in their life, as I've said before. You cannot make excuses for this behavior. The best thing you can do is get away from them. That's the best thing you can do, is get away from them. Hopefully, all this awareness that's being spreaded about narcissism, about narcissists, about the abuse, hopefully it goes a long way from generation to generation, so people can look out for this, so our children and their children can be well aware that this behavior, this type of evil exists, and never become intertwined in this. Hopefully, it's enough awareness going on where people understand what this is and never get involved in it. But that is it for this video, you guys. Thank you for listening. Take the time out to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.